Hello, everyone. Happy equinox. Today is the equinox, which means it's equal daylight and equal nighttime today. And we're also moving into the astrological season of Libra. The sun is moving into the constellation of Libra, which Libra's keywords are I balance. So it's not a coincidence that Libra starts on the balancing day of the equinox. So with this practice today, our goal is to bring in balance in our bodies, and so that later during the rest of Libra season, we can focus on balance in our lives and as well as in our bodies. So Libra rules the organs, the kidneys, and the kidneys, we have two of them. They're in the mid back underneath the rib cage, and their job is to balance the acidity and alkalinity of the blood. So they're always working to maintain homeostasis of the blood, or as one of my teachers likes to say, homeodynamis, which I love too, because we're always kind of going back and forth and trying to find our center, but we're never just going to stay in one place. So also the Libra rules relationships and like relating to others and finding this balance of ourself and the other. As well, some other things that we can think about balance in our lives is like balancing spirituality and practicality, which is why I really love to do these yoga sessions around the astrological mandala, because we're like bringing down what's happening in the stars into our body, into this physical reality. So we're finding balance in that way. Today, it will be helpful to have a wall, or I'm going to use this pillar back here, so that we just something that we can put our butt up against and our legs up, and also have a blanket to or a pillow to be able to sit on. And once you have those things, today we will start up against the wall. Bring your blanket, or if you have a pillow, the pillow's gonna go underneath the kidneys. And if you have a blanket, I'm gonna unfold mine and put part of it up against the wall and then roll it up to where the blanket's gonna be about under my kidneys. You'll find the adjustment. And then come to the side, set your hip up against the wall. And as you bring your upper body down, you bring your legs up. For legs up the wall, and then adjusting this part of your blanket or your pillow to be underneath the kidneys. Arms come out to cactus arms, so here, but on the ground. Your bottom is against the wall, and your legs are up. Just taking a few moments to drop into our body here. Breathing. With our breath, let's take a few moments to focus that breath in the kidney area. And then bringing our focus and our breath up to the heart chakra. And this is the place where we relate through Libra. Libra is an air sign, and air is the corresponding element to the heart chakra. And this is where we relate outwardly. The heart chakra is also the middle chakra of the 7. So we have the 3 below that are more dealing with like physical reality, the self, and our bodies. And then we have the above chakras that are more dealing with the mental processes and more outward energy. And then we have the heart, which is in the middle. It's the balance. And when you are ready, coming out of the posture the same way you came in, bringing the knees to the side and propping ourselves up with our hands. And we'll make our way to our mats. Grabbing our blanket and wearing our blanket like a shirt for Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Pubic bone at the base of the blanket. Hands beneath shoulders, elbows in at the sides. Finding your breath. Exhale, tops of the feet into the earth. Inhaling, lifting head, hands, shoulders. Shoulder blades are down the back. Exhaling to come down. Inhaling, coming up. This time hands stay on the earth, and now we're doing like our middle cobra. We're always breathing, always consciously breathing in and out. In the pattern of your breath on your exhale, coming down. On your exhale, tops of the feet press down into the earth. On your inhale, coming up for your highest cobra, reaching up through the top of the head, being sure to not jet the chin out, but rather, and not reaching out through the chin, but rather reaching up through the top of the head, as if the spine was extending to the top of the head. And exhale, coming down. Pushing up hands and knees and removing the blanket. On hands and knees, setting up for downward facing dog. So hands beneath shoulders. Again, bend the elbows out and around so that the eyes of the creases of the elbows are facing forward. Flip the toes, lift the hips, exhale, downward facing dog. On your next exhale, walking feet to meet the hands. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, fold. Pressing through the feet, arms come wide. Inhaling, come to standing. And hands at heart center. So we'll start to bring in balance here. And the goal, we're going to come up on our toes and also raise our arms. And the goal is to use the whole inhale to come all the way up. And then we'll take a breath at the top and then use the whole exhale to come all the way down. Finding your breath. Inhaling, coming up on the toes, raising the hands. And exhaling, coming down, taking the whole exhale to bring the hands and the heels down. Inhale, coming up on the toes. One more time. This time, as we're up on our toes, and you can play with where you have the best balance, use your right hand to grab your left wrist, inhaling up and exhaling over, stretching the side body. Inhaling to come up, left hand to right wrist. And exhaling over. Inhaling to come up. And exhale, controlled, coming down. So moving into more balancing, and also in these next couple of postures, have your awareness be in your heart. We're working with our heart in these next couple of postures. Hands on hips, finding your ground through your left foot, and then lifting right leg back. We're going into warrior 3. So right leg and upper body are working to be parallel to the earth. You can keep your hands on your hips, and you want your hips to also be parallel to the earth. So hands here, you can have hands out to the sides, or for the full extension of warrior 3, you can have hands out in front, reaching back through your heel, reaching out through your head, through your fingertips, breathing. And inhaling to come up. Exhale, hands coming down. Opposite side, hands on hips, grounding through your right foot. And inhaling, coming back with your left foot. Breathing, left leg and body parallel with the earth, checking in with your hips, and choosing the arm placement that you'd like. Reaching out through the back heel. Breathing. finding balance. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, hands come down. Notice how you feel. And we'll do one more strong pose. So feet are beneath hips. We're coming into Garudasana, eagle pose. So we're bringing in balance and our heart really strongly in eagle posture. And something that is really helpful for balance in yoga is your drishti, your gaze. So finding the gaze here in an eagle, our arms will block our gaze for a little bit, but you can find your gaze kind of behind your arms. So grounding through the feet, inhaling, lift arms. Exhale, chair pose, arms come to cactus arms. So finding a neutral tilt in chair, not tilting the hips too much and not tilting the hips too little, but in the middle. Grounding through right foot. Inhale, lifting left leg. So crossing left leg over right leg, and you can have your foot as a kickstand, your left foot as a kickstand, or you can wrap your left foot around your right leg. Arms, elbows come together, right arm on top of left arm, so opposite arm, opposite leg. Finding your drishti. You can inhale, lift the hands, and then exhale, bring them down. Breathing. Inhale, unwinding. And exhale, arms coming down, both feet on the earth. Opposite side. Inhale, lift arms. Exhale for chair. Arms to cactus arms. Lifting right leg over left, finding your kickstand or wrapping the foot. Elbows together, left arm on top of right arm. Inhale, lifting hands. Exhale, bringing them down. When you're ready, inhaling to unwind. And again, noticing how you feel. Feet come a little bit wider than the hips and toes facing outward. Exhale for Malasana Yogi Squat. So knees facing in the same direction as toes. Hands come to heart center. Elbows on the insides of the thighs. Taking a moment here just to breathe, bringing our energy down. balancing the fact that we've just gotten our heart rate up. We're taking some moments to bring it back down. Making your way to seated. Find your blanket and come to sit on your blanket. Extend left leg out in front and right knee is bent. Your right foot is close to your right sits bone. So mine's about a fist's width distance away. And then your right foot is about a hand width distance from your left leg. So we're here doing our best to sit up straight. The right arm extends in front of you on the inside of your knee. Lengthen spine. Exhale, begin to fold at the hips. And you can stay here with right and left arm out in front. Or you can bring right arm in front of your shin. So your shoulder's on the inside of your knee. Your arm comes in front of your shin and around and touches your back. And then your left arm comes around to grab your right hand, if possible. If not, just finding the forward bend as we were in before. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, forward fold. Breathing into the back body where the kidneys reside. Giving some extra love and attention to the kidneys and what they do for our body in this posture. When you're ready, inhaling to come up, hands come in front of you, and then slowly walking ourselves back, extending the right leg. Opposite side, bending left knee, setting up the same as on the other side. This time, left arm is on the inside of left knee, reaching out in front of you. Inhale, lengthen spine and coming into a forward fold. Left arm, palm facing outwards, wraps around the left shin, coming to the left low back body. Right arm comes to meet it. Breathing. And when you're ready, arms come out in front again, and then walking ourselves up. Bring both feet out in front, shaking out the legs. And removing the blanket. We're going to be twisting, so get it out of your way on the sides and come down to the back. Knees are bent, arms are out at the sides. Knees come into chest, breathing. And as you exhale, twist to one side. Opposite shoulder stays on the ground. The face twists the opposite way that the knees twist. Breathing into the sides and back body here. In the pattern of your breath on your inhale, coming up. And on your next exhale, twisting the opposite way. Inhale, coming back to center. And it's time for a short Shavasana. So really important to stay for Shavasana and let our bodies, the muscles, the organs, everything that we've just been using get some deep relaxation. So supporting yourself however you like. Maybe you like a blanket underneath your knees or a pillow or a bolster. Maybe it's cold where you're at. It's a glorious early fall day where I'm at. But maybe you cover yourself up with a blanket. Shoulder blades are flat on the earth. Feet are a little bit wider than the hips and palms face up. Taking a moment to just bring your attention to each part of the body, starting at the feet, moving up the legs, the knees, all the synovial fluid in the joints of the knees. After we bring our attention to each part of the body, let's consciously relax it. Moving up the thighs, we have the quad muscles, the hamstrings, the femur bones. And they plug into our hip joints. We have our hip bones, our abdomen, our reproductive organs, our intestines, the whole digestive system, the liver, the gallbladder, the pancreas, stomach. We have the kidneys, the ureters, and the bladder. Coming up to the rib cage, housing the lungs, the diaphragm, our spleen, coming out, our lymphatic system, our lymph nodes in our armpits, the shoulders, the arms, elbows, forearms, fingers, and hands. Coming up the neck, the throat, the mouth, our jaw, the ears, all of the features on our face, our eyes, sinking deep into the brain, not forgetting our vertebrae and the spinal cord that runs up and down. We have our brain and the glands that sit deep within our brain, endocrine gland. And relaxing. When you're ready, take a deep breath, moving the fingers and the toes, maybe stretching the arms above the head. And making your way to the right side in the fetal position. Slowly pushing up, coming to sit on your blanket or your pillow. We'll do a short alternate nostril breathing. That's called Nadi Shodhana breathing. So if you have, if you're feeling any anxiety at the moment, or you know that you're prone to that, you're welcome to just envision this, and you don't need to bring your hand to your nose. If you would like to bring your hand to your nose to close off one nostril or the other, take your hand and fold in your pointer finger and your middle finger, and then you bring your thumb and your ring finger to your nostrils. The breathing pattern will go You're closing your right nostril to start, your left nostril is open. So we'll inhale left nostril, switch the which nostril is closed, and then we'll exhale right nostril, inhale right, switch hand, and exhale left. So you always inhale after through the same nostril that you're exhaling through. So just trying it out. This is a really balancing breath, so that's why we're doing it in Libra season and on the autumn equinox. Taking a breath in and out through both nostrils. And begin. Inhaling left. Switch fingers. Exhale right. Inhale right. Switch fingers. Exhale left. Continuing like this. Finish the breath you're on and take one more full breath. Ending on exhaling through the left nostril. Bringing hands to heart center. Gratitude to ourselves for practicing on this autumn equinox. Gratitude to our heart and our kidneys that we focused on so much today for helping us maintain balance in our body and in our lives. And also taking this energy that we've brought into our bodies today with us throughout all of Libra season and asking ourselves where we might need to find more balance in our lives, in our mind, body, or spirits. The light in me honors the light in you and the light in nature surrounding us. Namaste. Happy equinox. May we all feel balanced. Feel free to come back to this yoga practice throughout all of Libra season because these themes will be strong for about a month. And it's just great to use where the sun's at in the stars to focus on different parts of our body throughout the year. And if you liked this video, feel free to check out some of my other videos on YouTube, or you can subscribe to my Patreon for a 60 to 75 minute video each astrological season. It's only $4 a month. So Namaste.